ba ba bee ba ba doo ba. Hello, I am Bez, and I am eating some lovely fruit. I think we should do this in my personal order of preference. So I'll tell you what's happening. These are some rambutan. I got all of these for 100 baht, which is expensive by Thai standards, but it's still only £2.50 for like this much rambutan plus a couple of others that I already ate. And then we've got the best fruit in the world, the mangosteen, dark purple skin, hard green leaves, and inside there's white flesh. It's got a sourness, it's got a sweetness. This is so bloomin' good. Mangosteen, best fruits ever. Again, I got all of these plus 1, 2, 3 that I've already eaten for 100 baht. It's an expensive fruit by Thai standards, not as expensive as durian, which, you could be paying literally, quite a few hundred for some quality durian, but mangosteen is a good fruit. Then I've got something that's relatively cheap, longdan. And longdan are kind of like lychee, but a little bit less sweet. And I got all of these longdan plus maybe 1.5 times this amount for 20 baht. So just to give an idea of the difference in price. So let's go for the longdan first. This is kind of like lychee. You just kind of get in there and then open it up, and like lychee, it's got the sort of translucent flesh inside. Rambutan's pretty similar in aesthetics. Now, I have seen some lychee here, but they're not the most common thing. So, longdan. Like if you've ever had lychee, this is basically like that, but slightly less sweet. It's lovely, and after this, I could imagine myself maybe watching the short video and just munching on these longdan as a midnight snack. It's 10:44 right now. It's pretty much midnight. It's pretty much my bedtime. I like to be in bed around 9, 10 or so. Very watery, very refreshing. It's got a good texture. It's kind of hard. It's definitely the main tastes. I would say it's kind of halfway between sweet and savory. I would say that it's maybe way less of a sweet fruit than lychee, for example. I would almost consider it like grapes if you've not had lychee, but again, way less sweet. But with an annoying stone in the middle, admittedly. But that is longdan. Now, let me show you the rambutan. Wow, this is a big one. So I don't think the camera really does this justice. This is possibly the most exciting looking, beautiful fruit I've ever seen. It's really vibrant colors. You've got red, yellow, pink, and then green on the outside. It looks like a little sea creature. And then the person who sold this to me took a knife and just opened it like that. And it's a little plant egg. It's basically like a giant lychee or longdan. So compared to the longdan, it's definitely a lot sweeter. There's a lot more flavor. It reminds me of a lychee, but there's almost like extra flavors going through it there. Like with lychee, I just get the sweetness. Like what's this? Like it's kind of like there's little bits of hints of sourness and I wouldn't describe it as sharpness exactly, but there are other flavors running through. It's like a distant memory of spiciness, but like a present memory of, a hint of sourness. Anyway, mm, mm. Rambutan. This is a fruit I'm enjoying, but this is not a patch. Mm. Hello, Jess. How are you? Mm. But this is not a patch on the best fruit that I had. I actually bought this near Jess's place. So this is the mangosteen, and up until now, I've always been opening it with my hands and then squeezing it, and sometimes it gets a little bit of the skin on it. But again, the person in the market showed me just do a little cut, and boom. Do. Oh no, that wasn't a good cut. I'm going to have to eat another one after this. How horrible. So inside, you see, it's basically vaguely pink and white flesh. Mm. It's beautiful. It's got the most delicate flavor. It's got such a perfume. It's like, I don't know, it makes me think of a sort of floral flavor. It's not quite like anything I've had before. The closest I can think is rose water. And Jess is eating dinner, which sounds very fancy and good. But how would you describe mangosteen, Jess? And I hope you are. So let's give this one a bit more of a proper cut with a knife that's slightly blunter than I would ideally want. There you go. That's a beautiful mangosteen. Check that out. Is that not lovely? The 5 segments arranged like a rose, and mm, mm. So again, it feels cool. It feels refreshing. It feels like I could happily, if it doesn't cost quite so much, I could happily have this entire bag right now. Um, Jess says mangosteen is yummy. The queen's fruit. It's very smooth. Mm. Sometimes you get an occasional seed. Sometimes you don't. It's all good. You can. It kind of. The flesh is kind of marginally fibrous, like not super fibrous, but kind of like mango, very vaguely, like just how you've got a little bit of that fiber inside, but not as much. Um, like floral, sweet, delicate, refreshing, cooling. These are the words I would use. It's maybe similar to a lychee, but not in texture. Hmm. Yeah, I think that the fruits that I've had today, the longdan, then the rambutan, and then the mangosteen, they kind of escalate in terms of, flavor and yumminess and. Mm. I'm going to cut open a third one, clearly only because I want you to share this with me. Nothing to do with the fact that it's the best fruit. And then I will go. But, oh my gosh, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This time we've got 6 segments with one giant segment all on its own. Check that out. What's going on? There's a little bit of yellow, which is probably bit old, so I'm going to cut that out so it doesn't ruin the taste of the rest of it. That is the best fruit ever. I'm declaring this done and I'm going to say goodbye. So, in conclusion, if you have opportunities to eat new fruits, go for it. But mangosteen is the one that I would actively encourage you to seek out. And also durian if you like blue cheese. I still maintain that there's probably a large crossover in the Venn diagram of people who like blue cheese, people who like durian. I reckon the crossover is like that. Anyway, um, but yeah, I'm going to say goodbye. So bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye, bye. What's for? Give them blue cheese to see if. Bye, bye. Lots of love.